It is necessary to turn pro through training. Today, I read some texts from Steven Pressfield, and I really like them. And I really like his idea of become that you have to turn pro. You have to become a professional in what you do. And one thing that he says is that there is a problem when we are working alone, and I related to that because I work on my own in my own home office without anyone seeing me at actually working. And as he said, there is no one to train you. You and I are alone. We can't train. We have to self train. So into the from the Steven Pressfield view, he compares work as the routine of athletes because they have goals, they have a schedule to follow, they have to train, to practice, but they have coaches. And most of the time, we that are working on our own, and I as a freelancer, we don't have anyone to train us, so we need to self-train. We need to train ourselves. And so, as I said, the coaching is ours. For jobs you now do alone. So we have to in this self-training, we have to actually work with self-motivation, self-validation, self-reinforcement, and self-preparation. And that's not something really easy. That's actually not something that people usually say to you when you are starting working on your own. And that's why I really liked his texts. I even want to buy some of his books in the future because people don't usually say that. People don't usually take seriously your career when you are working online, when you are working on your own. People think that everything that we don't need rules to work from home or from or to work from the internet. And that's why I really liked his view. And it goes even further because the boss is gone, so we don't have a boss. Our clients are kind of our bosses, but the thing is that we are more partners to with our clients, business partners. And so he said in one of his texts, can we go from working for the man, that when it is when you are working to someone, to being the man? So you actually need to be your own boss. And what separates the two, what separates these cases is that amateurs have amateur habits, pros have professional habits. And this is something that really caught my attention. Amateur habits. That's something that made me start to reflect a lot. And how do you get in? How do you get professional habits? By training. And yeah, this is where I am because nobody noticed. Because when I do a mistake or when I don't work properly, I have no boss, I have no coach, and I still lack discipline. So, for example, yesterday I went to bed, I went to sleep at 10 p.m. It was early because I usually go to sleep at midnight. But yeah, today it was 7 a.m. and I planned to get up to study about AI, but I did not do it. So I am being honest here that I still lack some discipline, and it's hard. I'm not saying that building your habits or self-training is easy. I'm just bringing an idea that I related to, and I am admitting that it is hard for me. And that's why I want to share it. I want to develop this in myself and also show to you what you can do on your own. And maybe we can actually, with time, progress together in this. So a year ago, I remember that my work did not my job as a developer did not work properly because I behaved like an amateur. and and just to show an example, uh, some years ago I was usually telling people that I was just a junior developer. But when I stopped saying that, it's not that I stopped saying to people that I was a beginner. No, I, instead of using that as an excuse, I started studying and working with projects a lot more. So I tried to develop to be a better professional instead of just calling me a junior developer and waiting years for me to stop telling that to myself. And one of his texts uh, tell the tale of Roseanne Cash. I did not know her, but she is a singer. And one thing, she was one example of training to become a pro. And what she actually did was, instead of toying with ideas, she started examining them. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation of this verb, but that's no problem. So instead of just staying into her own range of the topics that she could write about and sing, she went outside of her comfort zone. And instead of drifting into daydreams, she was focused and back to the present. And where I am now, one thing that I realized for the last months is that now I take work a lot seriously. Not only because I am creating content, but I need to take my work seriously because the market with AI, people that work with AI like me, they are selling dreams, and I don't think that that's something that I should do. So I try to be a lot more professional than them, and I try to be a lot more professional than I was. And I started seeing that opportunities started showing up, and even friends that stopped calling me to help them with projects started relying on me again because they see that I am working for real. And that's actually something that I am learning with practice based and project based learning. And that's one lesson that comes from the book Ultra Learning from Scott Young. And this is where it lands. Nobody is going to train you, so the training has no coach in it. You need to self learn. You need to learn on your own. And as I just said, you have to be your own coach. And I'm not saying that this is easy. I'm just saying that if you want to be a pro, you have to behave like a pro. And I'm not telling myself as the best professional of all time. No, I'm saying to you guys that I am also in this journey to become a better professional, to turn pro. And these are all the texts that I read today from Steven Pressfield, and he quoting his quote of Roseanne Cash. And for the ones that stayed until the end of the video, you are one of my real follower, one of my real subscriber. I keep score on this because right now I'm still living with my parents, and I plan to move to my girlfriend's city this year. So the training is not just for the craft. I am not trying to get better at my work and making more money to just show in these videos that I record. It is for that I am moving towards the marriage with my girlfriend. So that's something personal that you need to understand. If you actually understand these personal things, these personal facts about me, you actually see that my content starts making a lot more sense. So that's it for today. I see you guys in the next video.